black and white. It's okay. But to use God to compare anything is not done. I was talking to one man the other day. I said, God don't have disadvantage. When you go to school, they teach you advantage and disadvantage. But in this God, no disadvantage. God don't have advantage. If you eat too much, you can purge. But nobody gets too much of God and have problem. There is nothing like disappointment with God. Even sometimes what you call disappointment is God helping you. There are some persons the enemy just decides something for them and God is helping them out and something is happening. Say, oh God, why? I told you and I keep telling you, a prayer where you pray and say, God, why me, is never a prayer request. Because you don't understand what you are passing through. The reason why you are passing that thing, why you are passing through what you are passing through, if you know it, you will thank God. There is no disadvantage with God. In the book of Acts chapter 6, today I'm talking on what I call beware. I'll quickly speak on this, then I'll just rush to pray. Acts chapter 6, verse 5. Now, when you go to the book of Acts chapter 6, there was an issue there, and the Bible said there was an issue. The disciples, when the church multiplied, because Jesus started the church. I told us the other day, Jesus started the church. And Jesus started this Sunday thing. Because before Jesus, it was Saturday service. Then when Jesus started it, he gathered them on Sunday like this. Then they saw Jesus going up to heaven. He left on Sunday. Then when Jesus left on Sunday, they said, the angel now told them that this Jesus is coming back to come one day and judge the world. Now the disciples, they were not gathering on Sunday to hold meeting. Then there was a time they gathered, they were 120 in the upper room. That's the day church started. Then while they were gathered, it happened, it fell on the feast of Pentecost. That's 50th day after the Passover. While they were doing the Pentecost, the Holy Ghost came. They were speaking in tongues. And people were laughing at them. What manner of man is this? These guys are drunk with wine this morning. Why are they talking like this? Why are they acting like this? Different thing was going on. And Peter stood up rather and preached. And as the preaching of Peter, 3,000 souls was added. They got baptized that day. The church now became 3,000 and some fraction. After a time, 5,000 were added. The church began to multiply. That was, I'm telling you, the history of church. Then when church multiplied, the disciples were no longer having time for everybody. Now, nowadays, I can talk to every person. Nicholas changed the doctrine. At that time, Nicholas began to preach Simon that attracted people to him. What was he preaching? One of his message was, no, there are some way a pastor will preach, people will like him. He was preaching what people want to hear. His message was on sex. Tried to tell them that sex after marriage is not a sin. He teach many things about sex. He tried to tell them God is not against it. And he also preached a message that will tell you that once you are born again, you are forever born again. That was why in the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 6, from Acts, Romans, 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, all through the Bible, that man now gathered crowd. And when God was warning the church in the book of Revelation, he now called it the doctrine of Nicolaitans. That means the man was now having a set of persons that believed him. Today, some persons don't believe miracle again in this place, in this country. A pastor walked up to me the other day. A pastor. He called me when we were having a service. He was having a member that was almost dying. The way he explained, I know this one at Timo. I said, please discharge the person in the hospital, bring the person to the church. They released the person. They brought the person. Pastor Emma was aware. When I was done with the person, her pastor was coming. He just finished the church. He met us. He was saying, where is this woman? This woman, why don't they hold her? She's staggering and walking. Pastor Emma said, Pastor, this one, now prayer make can stand. He just walked out after prayer. Then the pastor looked at me and said, this kind of miracle happened. This church go full now. We just laugh over it. What really happened? They packaged the woman down. The woman was about to die. Then one of the reasons why that woman was healed instantly was because the person that wanted to kill her, I think the person even called a day to let her know that I will deal with you. You can't get up. Now police you go use. No police. Then we did all our prayers. Then after the prayers, because God gave us a word, we said it. The woman said, yes, it's true. They call him. The mother said, I even went to go and pay debts. And the person he was owing said, this woman must die. The one we now pray, we returned, we rebuked the sickness. And I said, stand up. She was able to stand up. And she walked away. She walked away and she never returned back to this church. The pastor that brought her came, met me one day. He said, man of God, sorry, I am begging my people to come so that we come and do Thanksgiving. But they said it is God that healed, not be you doing. I said, wow, it's evil. Not God doing now. It's God that healed. I'm not available. It's not. There's no way. Don't listen to what is against the church. If you see any person preaching on the space and is speaking against the church, oga shit. Do you know nowadays people promote idol worship? No, Sunday I told you, idol has gained revival. Even the time somebody died in the river, people were telling you how powerful river. I wondered. I remember somebody one day came to this church for prayer. He was to travel abroad. He came straight from the native doctor's house. After marking himself, he came for prayers. And when he came, he kneeled down. The first thing I did, and I had a picture in this church. I just walked to where the picture is. Inside that big Bible, I removed the picture. I said, this is your picture. Take it. Your picture is not qualified to be here. Say, what happened? Say, you just walked in from the native daughter place. In this place, we don't patronize them. If anything of that place is here, that's when it will work. Any prayer I pray for you now, it will work. Look at me, I say, carry your picture, go back. Don't call me again. Hey, Pastor, we settle it all. He vowed a vow, I think about more than 100,000. Do you know yet? I didn't still collect the picture back. Do you know why? God didn't allow me. Why? Because, see, this God, if you understand this God, or nobody understands God, you can't understand him. If you know this God, you will know that God and idol don't relate. You cannot own light and tell darkness to stay. Darkness and light cannot stay in one place. It's not possible. You own light. Darkness is saying, let me and light stay together. That is how some persons are doing church today. Somebody will leave herbalist, will come to church. What an error. And you are saying that pastor no dey try. How? What do you think we can do? Then do you know what I told the lady? I said, if I pray for you now, that thing they mark on your body to spoil. Number one. Number two, you know that thing they mark on her body was favor. Then when she traveled that, everything blocked. He called me and said everything blocked. I said, yes, it will block. God no show mercy. Me. If you know say God will show mercy, why will you leave there and be coming to church? So you want to combine the two. That's how some people are. God on the left, the devil on the right. That is why your prayer will not work. Because see, the way we operate on this kingdom. Okay, take for instance, if I sit with pastors that do spiritual work. Or let me give an example. I was in the prayer mountain one day. A pastor walked in, meet me on the mountain. He kneeled down and said, man of God, pray for me. I looked at the pastor, I said, you see your big mountain when you carry a gun. Make me pray for you. I shifted. He said, no, feel free, just pray. I said, I will pray. He knelt down. I didn't say his spot. He kneeled down. Then me, I shifted. Because I knew if he permitted me to lay hand. I said, no, I'm not going to lay hand. I said, but at first I said, look at this, your big car. Should I pray for you with this? You are a big man of God. Me and a leg I will take on. He said, Pastor, just look away from this big thing. I just need prayer from you. I said, okay. But at last I prayed for him. We understand that this thing works. You see, some of you, when you are looking for a solution, you go to a place where they burn all the candle in the world for you. And somebody will come and defend it. That burning of candle is the right way. Why some will tell you, using so thing to pray. See, the name of Jesus is the only access point to God. The only reason why you are in problem is because those materials you are using to pray, the spirit that is within, what is fighting you is higher than the spirit. What is fighting you is higher than those spirits that you are even using. The only thing they do is negotiation. They cannot help. Beware of where you go to for prayers. Beware of who lay hand on your head. Tell your neighbor, beware. or who lay hand on your head. Because even the Bible said, Paul said unto Timothy, lay hands suddenly on no man. Some persons, everywhere you hear prophecy, you are there. Is prophecy your problem? If God reveals the name of your problem, it's okay. If God not reveal, can't you go with faith? After praying for some person, they'll tell you, Pastor, you see anything? I know they see anything. I'll tell you, I don't see anything. I don't even need to see anything. That is how some pastors are will regret it all through your life. Beware of the promise you make. Tell yourself, beware. Come on, say it again, beware. That's my message today. In the name, because the guy is beautiful, you get to the house, you want to sleep with her, you are begging. See, if I don't do this one, you'll be swearing Ogun. If I leave you on the road, I will not succeed. Beware. The guy will be saying, you really love me? If you love me, swear. You swear. I can swear if I am angry. After some time, when you are trying to say, I know me now. Not me now. Not me now. And the Bible said you are enticed by the words of your mouth. That means the words that come out of your mouth was what was used to trap you. Beware. Beware of what you say when you are very angry. Beware of what you say at the peak of excitement. When you are very hungry, beware of what you say. Beware. There are some persons in their desperation to travel abroad, they go to shrine to swear. You don't know, madam, take me to abroad. I have seen cases like that now. I've seen somebody that ran mad just because of abroad. He refused to meet up. Beware. Beware. I remember attending to a lady one day from there. I was not telling her, but I'm seeing something like have to do with your private stone in a shrine. He said, yes, we use as well. Say, Pastor, that's what you talk. I know that pastor don't first name you. Then after he said to him, madam, they don't return the thing. And they were using it to manipulate her. Why? In the quest of I want to succeed. Check where you go. Check who lay hand on it. Some people are so desperate. They are looking for miracle, even though it is somebody that have home. They will put hand. As far as I get my solution, I'm okay. Beware. You can get solution today and be engaged for and be entrapped forever. Esau said, what has this birthright to me? My friend, eat my food. Today you remain my senior. He said it just by saying it. But when it was time for the real blessing, he missed that. And he came to the father. He said, is there anything for me again? The father said, no. There's nothing I can do. There are some steps you will take. We call it chemical reaction in chemistry. It can be reversed. Is it possible after making a bath to remove the water and the eba and the garlic? Can you separate it? That's chemical reaction. But if you mix sugar, you carry sugar, put it inside the water. You tell me to give you that sugar back. I will tell you I can do it. I will enter the lab. I will bring out the sugar. I will bring out the water for you. I will only tell you that the water I may not be able to get the whole content, but I will get water. I will get sugar. Just give me. I will enter any lab. I will do it for you. Because that's just a physical reaction, a physical change. But once it is chemical, when let's say you use water, gari, mist, there is a reaction already. You can't reverse it. There are some things you will do. See, beware. Even Jesus, when he walked on this earth, was careful with some things. As we are talking now, God himself, God that is God, God is careful. There are some things God is doing. God is careful. Look at me. Even God himself is careful. That is why God has not allowed Lucifer back to heaven. Look up. Last week, there was an issue. There was somebody that came here. We said to the way I attended to the pastor. Then somebody was talking to me yesterday. Was trying to, how do you go about it? I said, well, there is nothing bad about it. God forgave Adam and Eve, but they never entered the garden back. I said, yes. Somebody can be forgivable, but he will not enter your life. Say, the person was trying, I said, God forgive them, but the garden, don't go here. There are some people you will forgive. Christianity and foolishness is not the same. You will forgive that they will be on their own. But making them your friend is an error. Beware of who you kept as friend. Beware. Because sometimes if the devil wants to scatter your life, he will program a friend to your life. If you are a boy now, you have a friend. But do you know Solomon? They have a son, Rehoboam, was a foolish man. After Solomon ruled Israel, Solomon, I not hear him. Somebody that married more than a village. The wife of Solomon can make a village. If you combine the wife and the concubine, 1,000 wives, they never reach village. Solomon gave birth, and Solomon was called the wisest king. The wisdom of Solomon, nobody will compare. Do you know what it means to toast 1,000 women, convince them? The number 1,000 not say one first date here. He still entered the house. Do you think that man was able to be sleeping with all of them every day or once a month? He used his wisdom to keep all of them. They don't wonder. They were there. But you know, after Solomon reigned, the son that came, the son after Solomon, scattered the throne. 10 tribes decided to go with slaves only to remain with the son of a king. Why? Because the Bible said he was a foolish boy. They only asked him, elders asked him, how will you rule us? He said, don't worry, go. I will give you counsel. He went to the wise men. The Bible said the wise men gave him counsel. Look at what you will say. He said, okay. He now went to his friends he grew up with. Those ones say, hey, nothing they happen. Tell them, if my father used cane, I will use sword to flog you. If my father used this, I will use iron. That's how it was in the Bible. He just came to the meeting. Foolish man. He said, oh Israel, yes, you people say I should reduce the body. They only tell him the tax we are paying is too much. Try and reduce it for us. The wise man said, I agree with them. That's enough. He said, if my father give you this one, I'm increasing it. If my father flog you with cane, I won't flog with cane. I'm flogging with iron. If my father flog with this, he now said I will use scorpions. You know, not scorpion. Hey! That was when the phrase occurred, to your tent, O Israel. One of the men said, to your tent, O Israel. That's how people left him. Tent said, instead of this idiot to be our king, they now carry Rehoboam. No, Rehoboam was the son. Jeroboam, the servant. They said, come, we will anoint you. A houseboy. They pour oil on him and make him a king and serve him. The other one said, well, the city of David is in Jerusalem here now. What do we do? Let's stay with him. The other tribe of Judah said, David, the papa now from our tribe. Because of papa blood, mama, let's stay with him. That's how he managed to have to. Not because of him, or just because of his father Solomon. But Solomon was the wisest king. He gave birth to a foolish son. That is why wisdom cannot be inherited. Wisdom, then they grow, get sense. Beware of the people you meet with. You see, when you get to a stage in life, choose your friend. Don't allow friends to choose you. You get to a state in your life, there are some decisions when you are taking it will take away emotion. The Bible said there is a way that seemeth right, but the end is a way of destruction. There are some places we don't allow emotion to set in. May God help us this morning. In the name of Jesus. May God help us. May God help us. May we not be confused in destiny. Say after me, I will not be confused. Stand up as we go into prayers. Stand up. Stand up as we pray. Give him praise. 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 Give the Lord praise. Inologo dogo baragado zugete kebaragado ziata. Ligitiga borogodo ziga.